It's Scrawlrbox time. So let's open this up. This one I think was a little bit late maybe. I can't remember. Only arrived this week. So this is the June box, and the July one I think has just been dispatched. Let's have a look. Wow, that looks pretty. Like textures on that. So it's Scrawlrbox 130, and you can see from in here we have something that is charcoal based. So what's this? Mad Black Pastel Palette, ultra fine pastel. Okay, so that's already one material that's in the box. I'll put this to the side. Wow, that is a gorgeous artwork. So there's obviously charcoal in here. We'll have to see what types of charcoal we have. We have some 130 grams, 10 sheets of drawing paper, so just some cartridge. And let's see what's in here. Okay. So this looks like it's a tool that goes with this, the pan pastel, which we'll have to open up. So you've got all your little sponges in here. Just very cool. Open that up. I haven't actually tried pan pastel before because pastels aren't my favourite thing. That's very cool. That would be good for creating some backgrounds and stuff like that. What have we got? A blackjack lolly. Well, that's very cool. I love this font. This is a Mad Kneadable Eraser. Can always do with more of those. And we have a Mad, what do you call this? Blending stump. If I can open this. Here we go. That's very cool. It's nice and heavy. Also come in useful. Okay, we'll pop that over to the side. There's our sticker. That's gorgeous. Keep that over there. We have a Derwent Charcoal Dark in pencil form, so that's compressed charcoal. And this is looking, yeah, this is willow charcoal. So charcoal in its most natural state. And you can see it does go everywhere. Most times you use this for sketching because it's quite a light in tone. And you can use it, like at uni we used to use it to draw and then white back, draw white back to create a nice ground. And keep that wrapped up. And the compressed gives you darker value, and obviously this is going to be more precise and the pastel will be softer. Okay, so there are our materials. Let's have a quick look through here. So there's all our materials. So this is for blending and sketchy effects. The tool, the pencil, like I said, for darker and more precise lines, and blending, organic charcoal or willow, whatever you would like to call it. And this is carbon black, super smooth and easy to apply to the page without using your fingers. This pastel, we haven't opened this yet. We should open this. Let's open this up. I haven't used charcoal in a while. I like using it in studio where you can make a big mess and not worry about it, but in a small studio, wow, that looks like eyeshadow. How cool is that? Okay, I'd like to try that. Okay, so then here's our artist at mad.charcoal on Instagram, Josh Hernandez. These are really beautiful artworks. This looks like a cool technique to put down some tape and then work over the top, remove it and then go over again. Here's some of our tips. You can activate it to create a wet wash. You do need to seal charcoal, so you need a fixative to stop it going everywhere. And you can use an eraser. So with this, you can take some of the charcoal off to create some lighter lines. Here's our deep dive. Some more on the artist. Here's a gallery from last time. This is with the watercolours we received, the Winsor and Newton ones. Some really cool artworks there. And the top three. So Diane Elizabeth, Diardi Fardi, Hayley Jones, Jackie Cox. Some really beautiful colours, some cool things. This is a gallery blast from the past. So looks like some Posca pens, some of the Hemi gouache. Sure they look like metallic pencils. Art block. Oh, that's cool. We all get art block at some time. And here is our prompt. So it's all about atmosphere and letting your thoughts drift freely as inspired by this month's featured artist, Mad Charcoal. Using charcoal's soft and expressive qualities, build dreamy compositions filled with soft, shifting shapes and gentle textures. Too many S's in a row. From cloud-like forms to abstract ideas and flying portraits, embrace the movement of these supplies. So head in the clouds. This is cool too, I like that. Those dark blocks. Okay, so we've got some swatching to do, but I need to put something down so we don't get charcoal everywhere. So I will be back. Okay, so let's test some of these supplies out. What will we start with? Let's start with the Derwent charcoal. Okay, so that's just like round compressed. You should be able to hear that. So it's quite hard. So we should test to see how this blends out. That would be nice to get some fine lines. Okay, let's use this. And okay, that blends out quite nicely. And it softens that right out. Okay. Then what else have we got? Let's try this. I haven't done this before, so I guess it's a learning process. And that will give you nice dreamy effects and atmospheres. I like that. You can drag that out. We'll do soft circles. And a little bit seems to go a long way. Can we soften up those edges? We can, just with the edge. Okay, I like that. Oops, that's very cool. All right, there's our willow. So this is very soft, and you can do things like that and then wipe it back. And it creates a bit of a ground for you, a drawing ground, and you can go back in and just keep layering. It doesn't wipe all the way back, but it creates a nice surface. And then you can draw back in something harder if you want. Oh, we should try a little bit of this. I'm actually quite enjoying that pan pastel, which surprised me. Oh, okay. And I'm going to use one of my old eatable eraser, so I don't run a new one. So you can use it to remove, and it remains quite nicely. And you can recreate highlights. Now they used a bit of tape, didn't they? So let's grab some tape. Let's put some of that down. And I'll try some of this. And some of this. Oops. Okay. And let's get some darker values there. That is actually quite hard. Okay, let's peel that off. Oh, that looks cool. And then, I guess, if you want to create multiple layers, you could put a little bit more across there, and then come back. Oh, a little bit of the effect I was going for down there. Okay, so there are our materials. I think that's everything. We've used this, this, and this. So I will have a think about what I would like to draw, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've had a bit of an experiment with materials. This was our test page. Played around with the tape and to see how dark I could actually get this. The prompt was head in the clouds, so I thought I'd have a play with this. Wasn't too happy with how that came out. I didn't mind this part here, but I haven't really captured the eye well there. So I'm just going to draw whatever I find that inspires me and experiment and see what happens, and let's see whether the charcoal defeats us or not. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so that is the finished piece. I had a lot of fun playing with these materials actually. It's been a while since I've used charcoal, and I enjoyed just going with the flow and just playing and seeing what happened. And I took inspiration from this beautiful print that we have in the box with all these different marks, and going back into the piece with the eraser. I also use this fine eraser as well for some fine lines, but it was really quite fun just putting some marks in and not trying to be perfect, and just seeing what I could do. I would like actually a darker charcoal, like a square compressed or even a proper round compressed, to actually just get a darker value. But really good fun, and it was nice to try something different. And in particular this, I've never used this before, so that was good fun to experiment with, and I will probably experiment with this box some more because I've really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed watching the piece come together and watching the process. Let me know if you've used this before or any of these materials and what you think, and I will see you in the next video.